Today on the victim economy, creating victim stories out of nothing has a current affair run out of content. So today on the victim economy, I wanted to just tackle a story I thought was very interesting. This is the whole reason I make this channel, is just the world seems to be full of victim stories, and people use victimization to achieve their goals. And this is just another example of completely unrelated topics and how people have manipulated them into a victim story to achieve a specific goal. So A Current Affair have covered this, looked like a lovely couple. Unfortunately, they have some health problems and they're in a situation where they don't have any mobile phone coverage. So let's just let this blueprint unfold of how to create a victim story. First of all, you tell them how your life is terrible. Then you tell them what the problem is, and then you try to force somebody to fix it. So I'll let this play out.
Dodgy reception. That's the claim from angry families who say they're living in a phone black spot. But help is at hand after locals reached out to us and we called Telstra.
If you're on the Serengeti grasslands, you'd have better reception than what I've got here.
It's embarrassing. You get halfway through a conversation, then it just cuts out.
8 years ago, he had a stroke and had to stop work. And then a few years later, he got bowel cancer, and now he's been hit with Parkinson's.
2 years ago, Graham and Sandra Bannister built their dream home in Mount Hutton. Little did they know, nobody would be able to contact them.
With his neurosurgeon, it took him 2 days to get through, but he kept trying and trying, and I just kept apologising. I said, look, I'm so sorry, we've just got no reception, you know.
The only spot with a few bars, outside, on the street, by the main road. And it's where Graham's been forced to have his telehealth appointments with doctors during the pandemic.
So I'm just going to stop there. So if you paid attention to the intro, they basically, obviously this is a very nice couple, Aussie couple. They've got a lovely home, and unfortunately looks like the guy's had some health problems. That sucks. I actually feel very sorry for him. Who wouldn't? However, what has that got to do with mobile phone reception? They're just creating a victim story, how someone is suffering as a result of living in a mobile phone black spot. It's got literally nothing to do with it, but this is a part of the framework, the blueprint. You create a victim story in order to achieve your goal. So now in this next part of the interview, watch her put words in his mouth. Let me know what you think.
It's a bit noisy out here, I imagine, or it can get quite noisy.
It does get extremely noisy, especially when you're a little bit hard of hearing.
And a bit cold.
Yes.
What do your doctors think when you answer the phone out here?
They're sort of relieved that they've got it. Sometimes we've had to do it 3 or 4 times.
And of course it can be a little bit uncomfortable discussing medical issues out here in the open.
Yeah, that's right. You don't want everybody knowing what you're doing.
Look where they're sitting. That last part, that last question. So, she's shoving words in his mouth. Oh, it would be so cold out here. Okay. You can put on more clothes. Yeah, you don't want to be in public, everyone hearing what you're saying. Look around. Who is near them?
Everybody knowing what you're doing.
Telstra's Australia's largest mobile network. The telco's currently investing billions of dollars in 5G and millions on advertising. But 4G is still a problem for this community. Mount Hutton's a suburb in Lake Macquarie, just 14 kilometres from Newcastle. It's not rural, and according to this Telstra map, the entire suburb should have 4G coverage, even 5G in some parts. Yet Sandra and Graham say they've been back and forth with the telco for 2 years.
She said, oh, well, what sort of phone do you have? And I told her, and she said, oh, well, it's your phone. Your mobile phone's no good.
So Sandra purchased 2 new smartphones, but they didn't fix the problem. Telstra then recommended the pensioners purchase a signal booster, but the telco admitted it may or may not help.
But it's $1,500 and you still don't know whether it's going to work.
We're in a fire zone here.
Yeah, it's a bushfire zone.
The alerts and everything come through your mobile phone. We've always done things together and sorted stuff out together, but this is beyond us.
They ring and say,
The next part, so, oh, we're in a fire zone, yep, you know, like, okay, cool, but I don't buy this Telstra story. I am by no means sticking up for Telstra because I despise Telstra. Their customer service is among the worst I've ever experienced. However, if anyone knows a thing about NBN, you don't need a signal booster. If you can get fixed line internet in your house, Telstra have something called Telstra Wi-Fi calling and SMS. So I'll just take you to Telstra's support page. So Telstra's Wi-Fi calling and SMS. So Wi-Fi calling enables you to make calls using a fixed broadband Wi-Fi connection from your compatible Telstra mobile when you can't connect to the mobile network. So essentially all you need to have is an iPhone 6 or upwards, and judging by the image earlier on in the video, that was an iPhone 6. All you have to do is have a Telstra NBN fixed line service and connect to Wi-Fi. I have that at home. As soon as you come home, your phone automatically connects to Wi-Fi and all your calls and SMSs are routed through the Wi-Fi. It's very simple. So now I'm going to fast forward to another part of the video where they go to a shop and she's also complaining about the same thing. So let's go to that.
Whether you're a doctor or a hairdresser, reception's a problem, says Amy of Envy Hair.
Can't use FBOS a lot, our booking system goes down. It's a bit hard to continue on and have a business that runs smoothly without it.
Mount Hutton.
So Envy Hair. So I've just looked up Envy Hair on the map. So we've got Warners Bay Road here, Wilson's, and it's on the corner of Wilson's and Ford, just here. So if we come across to the NBN map, we've got Warners here, Wilson's, and Ford. So it's this location here, and as you can see, this map here actually shows you the distance from your location to wherever if you're on fiber to the node, it'll show you how far you are from the node. So apologize for the blurry map graph here, sorry. This is obviously just displaying results for DSL2, DSL2 Plus, VDSL, but the principle's the same. So fiber to the node is very much your distance from the node determines what kind of speed and performance you're going to get. So generally speaking, anything below say 300 meters is pretty good. So if we're going off say DSL2 Plus, like as you can see, like the speed curve really tapers off. I believe, judging from this map here, if we look at their location, it says the number of premises connected, apologies if you can't read that, 7. Their estimated upload and download rate is 40 megabits. Estimated download rate 100 megabits. They are 94 meters from the node. So they are actually one of the more fortunate businesses that are really close to the node. So they're going to get optimum speeds, premium speeds. And so if you look at this map here, so we've got 300 meters here, but if we go closer, like let's go off the VDSL2 speeds, which is kind of closer to the fiber to the node. At around, say, 100 meters, you're getting a 400 megabits, and obviously it slowly tapers off, but even up to 300 meters, you're still getting close to, say, 40 to 50 megabits. So what confuses me is they're complaining about poor reception, they can't use FPOS. Why not just get a fixed line service? I just find it very interesting how a current affair just uses people and creates these sob stories complaining, oh, I'm sick, I've got this, which is obviously very unfortunate, and my heart goes out to them. But this is just another way that people use victimization to achieve their goal, to get their point across. What do you think? Do you guys have Telstra Wi-Fi calling? Have you heard of that before? I thought everyone knows about that. Maybe they don't. But I know the first thing Telstra would have suggested is to get NBN fixed internet with Telstra. All you have to do is connect to Wi-Fi and you're gold. You can get all your SMSs, all your phone calls, and even do video calls. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Until next time,